News tonight, $22 million taken from victims in a massive Ponzi scheme. It targeted residents in North Carolina.
Now, this was money some of the people would retire on. Now the man accused in that scheme has pleaded guilty to some of the charges. Our Elsa Gillis confronted him just moments after he faced a judge. Elsa?
Well, Hal Brown Jr. pleaded guilty to two of the charges against him today inside this courthouse, but outside afterwards, he told me he was not allowed to comment. $22 million. That's what the U.S. Attorney's Office says this Asheville man, Hal Brown Jr., took fraudulently from dozens of people through an investment scheme with his company Oodles and its affiliates. That's according to admission made in plea documents and today's plea hearing. Some of those victims were near or at retirement age. Here is how it worked, according to the affidavit and the U.S. Attorney. Brown represented to potential investors that Oodles owned hundreds of millions of dollars in intellectual property, like family entertainment shows and movies, and that he lied about the soon-to-be sale of those properties to well-known media companies like the Walt Disney Company. The U.S. Attorney's Office says he created marketing materials seeking investments and loans for Oodles, claiming big returns for those who got on board. To convince victims the scheme was legitimate and explain delays in payouts, they say he gave victims false and misleading information, including fake bank statements. And to keep the fraud going, officials say he'd pay existing investors with funds from new ones on top of taking money for himself. After a guilty plea to securities fraud and one count of transactional money laundering today, he had little to say to me outside the courthouse.
I know we're not allowed to.
Some of the victims were members of Brown's church. According to our sister station WLOS, a sentencing date has not yet been set. Reporting in Uptown, Elsa Gillis, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.